Hi folks, thanks for joining me for this week's river tutorial. If you're a returning subscriber, welcome back, and if you're new to the channel, please think about clicking that subscribe button. What you see in the vise is a very simple fly that's going to serve you really well on the river. So without further ado, let's get into it. The hook in the vise then is a Hanak H300 barbless hook. This one's at size 14. It's on a medium wire and it's in black nickel. Now I've coupled that with a Hanak competition slotted bead, and as you can see it's 2mm. Now I wouldn't normally use a slotted bead on this hook, but unfortunately I don't have any of this colour, and to be honest with you, it has to be this colour, or it doesn't have to be, you can do what you like, but I found that this colour really makes a difference, so that's why I've compromised and used the slotted bead rather than a countersunk bead. Now the thread I'm going to be using today is a UTC thread, and it's in shell pink. Sorry, I've got it the wrong way around. Let me show you the label. And this is a 70 denier thread. Now, normal scheme of things, I would wax this up, but I'm not going to today because this is going to create our body. This is probably one of the simplest flies that you can tie for the river. And not only that, it's probably one of the most effective flies you can tie for the river. It's so simple, yet so deadly. I use this quite a lot, and the reason I use it a lot is it can be used under a dual fly. So if you wanted to fish a dry dropper, this is light enough to get away with that. And if you wanted to fish it in a double nymph rig, you can also use it as a top dropper fly, or if you're fishing very, very light double nymph, you can use it on the point. Very versatile, very simple to tie. Ideal for competition anglers actually, it's so quick and easy. So get a good, nice touch and turns. Once you've got that bed of thread down, you can then get a CDC feather. Now I use natural CDC, I've got the packet here, this is from Trout. As you can see, some lovely big feathers, and I've simply put that into a Petition clip, and I'm going to come in with my clip and transfer it across. So I've got it in like so now. Now there's lots of different ways of doing this, and you know, the Mark Petition tool is not cheap, so you know, if you're not doing a lot of tying, it might be that you don't want to spend out the money on having the tool. I do a lot of tying of lots of different flies, so I get some value from this. Now I've got the clip there, as you can see. What I'm going to do next is simply split my thread, and while I've been yabbering on, the thread has spun. I just bring the needle in behind and split the thread. Now with the 70 denier, it is a little bit tougher to do. The 140 splits no problem at all, but the trouble with the 140 for this fly is that it's just too thick, and you need it nice and thin. Now I've made a bit of a hash of that, but I've got enough as I can catch in a little bit of the CDC. Now some of this is going to come away, and I've got no problem with that, but there'll be enough left as for the purpose of my fly. As I say, it might seem very simplistic, and it is, but you will not regret tying up a few of these for your box. I can guarantee it. It was a bit of a revelation to me actually how something so simple can be so effective. So I'm going to come in now and simply build up my collar, and I've got too much in there, so I'm going to just come back a little bit, remove some of that, and then a few turns in front, and that's ready to be finished off. Now, to finish off, you can use super glue, but I do prefer to use resin on this. You don't want to get any super glue in that CDC, so a little bit of resin will cure that off, no problem. Now, find your quick finish tool, which is buried under loads of other tools on my desk, and then you can come in, make sure that's all out the way, and finish it off. As I say, it's not rocket science this week. It's simple, effective fly tying. Might not be the prettiest fly you've seen this week, but I'll tell you what, this will catch as much trout as anything else. I've just, when I've finished there, I've snapped the thread, so I'm just going to come in and tidy that up. There we go. Now, some of these fibres are too long, and I'm just going to come in with my nails in my left hand and just strip out some of them fibres. Now, that, my friends, is as easy as it gets, and it's going to catch you an awful lot of trout. I didn't quite catch that. Let's trim that away. There we go. Super easy fly, really effective. Can be used under a dry fly as a dry dropper, or as a top dropper on a team of double nymphs or 3 nymphs, whatever you prefer to fish with. So thanks very much for watching. Quite a short video this week. I hope you enjoyed it. Certainly would recommend you get a few of these in your box. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please think about clicking that button, and I'll see you all next time.